Definitely one of the greatest. He's done shit that Floyd Mayweather ain't done.
Like what?
Like what?
The audience that don't know.
He is
Two-time
a two-time undisputed champion. Floyd wasn't a one-time undisputed champion. So he has all the belts in one division and then moved up and got all the belts in another division. I don't know if that's ever happened in the history of boxing.
Yes, and he beat the man.
And he beat the man. Let's give Terence Crawford his flowers because everything he said he was going to do,
he done it.
He did.
Floyd Mayweather walked away from the sport with a flawless 50-0 record, one of the most pristine legacies in boxing history. His career was built on dominant victories over world champions in 5 different weight divisions. What set Mayweather apart was his unmatched ability to dismantle both heavy hitters and technical stylists with equal precision, a true master of control inside the ring.
What I'm seeing is I see a hungry Crawford, a Crawford that has been looking for the opportunity for a long time, finally getting the opportunity, and really ready to grab.
And it's exciting. You know, Terence is freakishly strong. He can punch. He's got good crack. He can fight from both ways. Orthodox, southpaw. He can fight at mid-range, close range, outside. And he can fight going both ways. So it's exciting. It's exciting.
I'm going with Terence Crawford. You know, big weight jump, a dangerous fight, but somebody's got to prove to me that they can break Terence Crawford's will and that he can't figure it out against you.
Few hypothetical matchups in boxing ignite as much debate as a dream fight between Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Terence "Bud" Crawford. Both stand as defining figures of their respective generations, masters of timing, precision, and ring intelligence. Analysts and former champions have long discussed what might happen if these two tactical geniuses ever faced each other. The debate goes far beyond raw skill. It's a clash of legacies. Mayweather's unmatched defensive brilliance against Crawford's adaptability, aggression, and finishing instinct.
Floyd Mayweather stopped Conor McGregor in the 10th round to improve to 50-0 in what he says will be his final fight. I actually believe him this time, Max. What's his legacy?
Well, he's one of the great pure boxers who ever lived. He is never cheated himself. He always was in condition. He had no off nights. That's why he won every fight. It's one of the reasons. Not because he's one of the best to ever do it, and because he was always prepared over a very long amateur and pro career. Amazing. Another reason is he carefully selected opponents, knew when and where and when and who to fight, and basically changed the paradigm in boxing. I'll translate. He flipped the script. I mean, really, boxing is basically, and this is just the way it is, and I'm a huge boxing fan, and I make no apologies about it, but it is fans and networks essentially exploiting fighters. That's how it works. We demand a level of dedication and risk-taking with your health that's insane, right? Like, someone's getting their head beaten every which way, and if you quit, you don't have heart. You can't be a great fighter, which is true, by the way. It's a blood sport. And Floyd, and usually fighters wind up broke and punch drunk. And Floyd Mayweather flipped the script. He said, no, I'm not going to let the game play me. I'm going to play the game.
Terence Crawford, on the other hand, has quietly crafted one of the most complete resumes of the modern boxing era. He's become an undisputed champion across multiple weight classes, showing the rare ability to adjust seamlessly to any opponent's style. With his switch-hitting versatility, explosive power, and razor-sharp ring IQ, Crawford has been a nightmare for anyone sharing the ring with him. His dominance at welterweight has placed him firmly in the pound-for-pound discussion, a space where, for many, only Mayweather's legacy still casts a shadow. It's no surprise that current and former fighters have eagerly joined the debate.
I have to disagree because Floyd Mayweather toyed with Canelo. Like, he literally toyed with him. He didn't get hit at all. Not one time. And Crawford, yeah, he's more of a fighter, boxer. Mayweather's more of a boxer. But I have to disagree. I think Mayweather is much more superior than Crawford. Not just because he beat me and it was a close fight, whatever, or that I stepped in the ring with Mayweather, but I really feel that technically Mayweather's a better fighter.
You faced Mayweather, you were 23 years old, I believe?
23.
And
Just
again,
turned 23.
Yeah, you just turned 23. You didn't have a lot of seasoning. I know people will say, oh, he had a lot of fights. Well, you didn't have an amateur career. You started boxing at 15 as a pro, right?
Yeah.
So you gave up the weight concession. You gave up the rehydration clause. And I always thought if you would have faced him, with some more seasoning, it would have gone differently.
He deserved the position in that moment because, Floyd Mayweather is one of the best fighters in the boxing history, and he deserved the position in that moment. I try to make history, and I try to put myself in the very top in that moment. But for some reason, doesn't happen, right? And yeah, like you say, if I had that fight with Miguel Angel Cotto first and all these kind of fights, and then fight Mayweather, maybe go in the different way. But we never gonna know. We never gonna know. And I learned from that fight, and like I say, things happen for a reason.
Shane Mosley, another seasoned veteran who once went the distance with Mayweather, leans toward Crawford in this fantasy matchup. He suggested that Bud's complete skill set and versatility make him the more dangerous fighter overall. Mosley's perspective mirrors what some who've experienced Mayweather's style firsthand acknowledge. Floyd's technical genius is unquestionable, but Crawford brings a blend of angles, power, and unpredictability that Mayweather was rarely forced to face during his career.
Everything is on Terence Crawford's side, all the legacy, meaning he only has the opportunity to win the belts. Saul only has an opportunity to defend them. Terence Crawford has an opportunity to be in a 5 division and the only person to win all 4 belts in 3 separate weight divisions. Why is Saul taking this fight? And I'm going to tell you why. Because there's some things in life more important than just the belts. And that 20-year career that Terence Crawford made, that all that he has, is very valuable. Very, very valuable. He had 1 foot out the game, and if he can be the man to defeat him, because remember, if Saul beats him, Terence Crawford was the first man to get all 4 belts in 2 separate weight divisions. Yes, I beat that champion. Yes, I beat the multiple division champion, and he had the oath.
Oscar De La Hoya, who once shared the ring with Mayweather, recently expressed that he still views Floyd as the superior fighter. He argued that Mayweather's unbeaten record, unmatched precision, and technical brilliance make him untouchable in any head-to-head comparison. De La Hoya's comments reflect the respect many veterans of his era hold for Mayweather's resume and his ability to perform flawlessly on the biggest stages. On the other side of the discussion stands Canelo Alvarez, who not only fought Mayweather back in 2013, but has also gone up against Crawford more recently. Canelo turned heads when he declared that Crawford is way better than Mayweather, applauding Bud's intelligence, adaptability, and the caliber of his recent wins. Coming from someone who has faced both men under different circumstances, Canelo's take carries significant weight in this ongoing debate.
Who do you think's better out of those two, Crawford or Mayweather?
I think Crawford is better, bigger. He's actually, he moved in weight class, and I would say Crawford is a better fight all around fighter. Mayweather is really good too, though. You can't knock him as well. He's very talented. It would have been a tough fight, but I think Crawford would have had the edge over Mayweather because of the long arms and because he's bigger. You know what I'm saying? And he would have kept him at bay. It would have been hard for Mayweather to counter, maybe. But Mayweather's definitely a technician. I mean, like Crawford said, Mayweather has his era, and Crawford, this is his era.
Mosley has also made it clear that while he holds great respect for Crawford's all-around talent, Mayweather is far from a weak link in the comparison. In fact, he's repeatedly stated that Floyd's defensive mastery, composure, and tactical discipline make him one of the most difficult fighters in history to figure out. A true puzzle inside the ring.
Everybody talk about Shane Cardi. But what was the issue? Shane started hesitating. Why did Shane hesitate? Because he took the best shot and he stood there, held on tight, and on top of that, made Shane feel his strength, and came back out like nothing happened the previous round.
Right.
But still stone cold.
Right.
And then Shane ends up being the one hesitating, waiting, and the fight get away from him.
I'm saying Shane hit me with a hell of a shot. Okay. Actually, 2 shots. Okay. But even in that particular round, what I said to Shane was this. I was like,
You did said something to him when you grabbed him.
I said, you gotta kill me.
Oh, shit. I wasn't ready, Floyd.
I said, that was a good one. I said, that was a good one, but you gotta kill me.
Wow.
I said, you gotta kill me. And then I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I meant it.
Andre Ward, Crawford's longtime friend and former world champion, has also been one of his most vocal defenders. Ward has pushed back against critics who claim Crawford's achievements fall short of Mayweather's, pointing instead to Bud's adaptability, technical precision, and his consistent ability to break down top-level opponents as proof that he deserves to be mentioned in the same conversation.
I was surprised about his power. When you attack Floyd, he has a way of making you run into it and you feel the power, like a collision. But when you kind of box away from him, yes, he has power, but not like he does when you're trying to attack him. He's not weak, he's strong. Like I say, he trains hard and he does all the things you're supposed to do as a fighter or as a champion to be the best.
Mosley faced Mayweather back in 2010 and managed to hurt him badly in the second round. But as Mosley later admitted, that was the only opening he got. Floyd adjusted immediately, took control, and never allowed another clean shot for the rest of the fight. That experience shaped Mosley's perspective. While he acknowledges Crawford's size, switch hitting ability, and offensive creativity, he also understands better than most that Mayweather has an unmatched gift for shutting down an opponent's best weapons.
Who's the most skilled fighter today?
Bud is definitely one of them, for sure. Tyke Shakur, Devin, Boots.
Boots is my favorite.
It's a lot of them, and they skillful in different ways.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Somebody that, like, I can bet the house on is Bud. Because me and him, we so much alike in our mentality. Like, soon as I see this dude, he come in the room or I come in the room, we start arguing. About basketball, wrestling, anything, bro. Like, man, you can't, man, you looking small. What you mean I'm looking small? You looking small. You gotta really hurt that dude to turn him away and to try to stop him from doing what he want to do. So skillful, yes, but this and this,
no,
it's different, man. There's not a lot of guys like that out there currently. It's a lot of guys that talk it, but until you get in that real fire, I'm not saying a guy, you fighting a guy you should beat. I'm saying a guy that it's a 50-50 matchup. We don't really know what you have. You don't even really know what you have.
Ward has even gone as far as to call Crawford the greatest of this generation. His support for Bud goes beyond friendship. It's rooted in genuine respect for Crawford's resume, dominance, and rare ability to adapt to any challenge. Following Crawford's emphatic win over Errol Spence Jr., Ward stated plainly that Bud had earned the right to be recognized as the premier fighter of this era.
Andre, we just seen Terence Crawford create greatness and beat Canelo Alvarez tonight. What was your thoughts on that performance from Terence?
Terence Crawford is great performance, man. He's been doing this throughout the course of his career. The stakes were a lot different in this fight, a lot more danger. He had to fight that kind of fight in order to beat Canelo Alvarez tonight. And he did that at 37, but getting ready to be 38 years old. And he proved, like Max said, that he is the GOAT of this generation. Hats off to Canelo for taking the fight. He didn't have to take it. Hats off to Turkey Al-Sheikh for putting it together. Just a great night for boxing.
Yeah. How special a fighter is someone like Terence Crawford? There was no signs of a size disadvantage there. How special?
You can see it in spots, but it wasn't significant. And I didn't think it was going to be significant. And people call me crazy, but I've been around Terence. He's strong. He's got a wrestling background, and people don't realize that he's been boiling himself down all these years and still being successful, not having to do that. His condition seemed impeccable, and his strength was there, the power was there enough to get respect from Canelo. So what more can I say?
What would you like to see him do next? Do you think there's another fight after this?
I'd like to see him be done. What are we boxing for at this point? What else is there to do? There's always going to be a YouTuber or a reporter or somebody conjuring up another challenge. We box to get ourselves in a better financial position, to build a name and a legacy. Those boxes are checked. What else are we doing?
Yeah, brilliant.
Why are we still in the game?
Yeah, I get it. Andre, always good to talk to you. Appreciate it.
Mayweather has spoken about Crawford with a mix of respect and self-assurance. He's publicly praised Crawford for his major victories, especially the dominant performance against Errol Spence Jr., while also reminding fans of his own unmatched resume and decades-long reign at the top. As always, Floyd positions himself as the gold standard by which others are judged. That blend of admiration and legacy defense is only natural. Mayweather has built his identity around being the best of his generation. And the notion that a new star could challenge that legacy is part of what keeps this debate burning.
I didn't want them to fight. I really like both of those guys. Yeah. A lot. A lot. You know, I had a chance to hang around Earl. I had a chance to hang around Terence. And both guys, class act. It would look like I'm leaning towards one guy because I've boxed one guy before.
It was beautiful to watch, but also tough to watch to see what happened to Errol. Obviously, we don't wish bad on,
Nobody.
The
best man won. If I was training him or I was in his corner, I don't think he should be fighting at 147 at all. I don't even think he should be fighting at 154.
Really?
I think he should be fighting at 160 or 168.
Wow.
That's just my honest opinion.
Roy Jones Jr. has been outspoken about ranking Terence Crawford at or near the top of today's pound-for-pound list. He's praised Crawford's long-standing dominance, calling him the current pound-for-pound king, with only a few names like Naoya Inoue close behind. Roy has also offered a more critical take on Floyd Mayweather's legacy, acknowledging Floyd's greatness but arguing that certain fighters from other eras with different styles and physical primes might have posed more problems for him than people often admit when it comes to Crawford's potential against bigger opponents like Canelo Alvarez. Roy has described Bud as a great small man, the kind of fighter talented enough to overcome size disadvantages and succeed against elite, heavier competition. That, in Roy's eyes, is what makes Crawford special, and what puts him in the same conversation as Mayweather when discussing the very best of their time.